Hey, welcome to my channel. I didn't think I was going to do this again. Talking about Vanderpump Rules. Actually, to be honest, I should probably do this after the first reunion show happening tomorrow on 5/24. But I figured let me just talk a little bit about generally in Vanderpump Rules. Sometimes Bravo has some marathons and such, and so I do watch every now and then. Like I said, I'm not a VPR expert to be quite honest, but I did watch the first two seasons or first season, parts of season 2, parts of season 3, parts of season 4, parts of season 6, 7, 8, parts of 9, and all 10, of course. Um, I mean, I think season 8 was the pinnacle. They had the most amount, or maybe season, whatever, maybe season 7, 8, 7, and 6, of course. Well, one of the things is like some of the characters. I'll tell you this, though. I mean, from watching season 1, where it was, of course, Lisa Vanderpump and Ken, was Jax, Stassi, uh, Katie, Kristen, Sheena, who's been introduced, and Tom Sandoval being the staple there. Schwartz wasn't. He was still Katie's boyfriend in a ways, but at the same time, he was also friends with Jax and Sandoval, as we know. And then, of course, Stassi and such. Yeah, those were the pretty much the main the factors over there. And then, of course, Peter Madrigal here and there. But the thing is, Peter wasn't as often as a mainstay character as one would think. But at the same time, he was there. For the first 2 to 3 seasons, or first 2 seasons, you were seeing that mean girl attitude, basically, where it was Stassi, Kristen, and Katie ganging up on Sheena every now and then Sheena and Stassi reconciling. And then, of course, during Sheena's engagement, Kristen and, Stassi arguing, of course. They were like not friends, etc., basically. And then, of course, Katie basically, not still friends with Katie. Katie being friends still with Kristen, of course, and being friends with Stassi here and there. They were going back and forth. And then, of course, the one thing is like, Stassi and Kristen not liking Lisa, challenging Lisa every now and then, whatever it may be. And then, of course, Jax sleeping around with everyone practically, as well as Sandoval most likely. And then, Ariana being introduced to late season 1. And then, of course, season 2. And then onwards, basically. And, James getting introduced as well as Lala. I didn't really see their introduction, or Raquel's for that matter. But it was one of those things. I started noticing a pattern here. What does Katie bring to the show? I'm at a loss exactly what she brings out the show. Outside of the fact that she does weird ass rage texts rather than calling out the person. She does these weird ass rage texts where it's like paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs. It's like we don't. It's hard to determine what she brings to the show. Now, I'm not hating on Katie, but it's like her character's a little bit boring in a ways. I mean, in the beginning, like I said, first 2 seasons, she's that mean girl. She has that. She goes with the mob mentality. Basically, that's what it is. I've seen it. She goes with the mob mentality. Stassi, being younger than her, somehow she follows Stassi like she's that mean girls thing with the clique. And same thing with Kristen as well too. And it's very odd to see Katie just like, follow suit. And to the point where like once Stassi was out of the picture, Tom is there. And Tom was a character. Tom is a character. And the fact that Tom was dating Katie was interesting enough. I mean, even the weird factor is like, the fact that she forced Tom Schwartz to marry her. Basically, she gave him an ultimatum. Either you propose to me or whatever it may be. And like, Schwartz thinking about it, and then he's doing whatever it is, and etc. basically. To the aspect of like in season 10, they broke up, they're separated. They're not divorced, separated. But she had an issue with Schwartz dating. Now she says, oh, no, I would never have had a problem dating anyone. Like, her only rule is don't date within the group. Please don't date within the group. Meaning, like within the whole aspect of VPR, Lisa Vanderpump's establishments with Pump, Sir, probably Tom Toms, and any others at that point as well too. I still am at a loss why she was angry about that. I mean, granted, Raquel, knowing Raquel, of course, but at the same time, why was she mad at Schwartz for kissing Raquel? He didn't sleep with her. He wasn't pulling a Jax. He was just like, this is a guy that probably was egged on a little bit. He says it seems like he was egged on by Sandoval a little bit as well too. But quite honestly, I know, of course, going through that whole factor, but at the same time, it's one of those things where Schwartz, I don't know if he banged anyone or had slept with anyone since Katie. I don't know honestly if Schwartz has, but Katie, we know Katie definitely has. I mean, a couple of days after their separation, she slept with one of her former childhood friends or something like that. And Schwartz, of course, was distraught about it, but at the same time, Schwartz was like, all right, you know what? I understand, and that's it. She got mad at him for going into within the group. I mean, honestly, it's like similar to what Jax did and what Sandoval did basically as well too. Like they went into the group basically where Jax going after Stassi, then went after sort of Kristen a little bit, and then of course backed into Brittany and etc. Basically, so it's not hating it, but it's more of like the next season. I don't know what she will bring because the fact is like she was going after Sheena, and Sheena, her and Sheena go back and forth, and it makes no sense. And then there's that girl, the other Sir girl, Christy Alley or whatever her name is. I forgot her name honestly. Again, another person I barely know, that has her own makeup line now. Whatever. She happens to be good friends with everyone else outside of Sheena. Okay, fine. Well, Sheena's trying to be good friends with Lala as well as with Raquel and at the time Raquel and Ariana, of course. Katie having friendships with Kristen, of course, and most likely Stassi, even though I don't know where Stassi's at. So the real question comes down to is like, come season 11, are these characters going to come back? Any of them going to come back? Honestly, I can see Jax coming back. Why do I see him coming back? Here's the thing. The dude's out of the limelight. He needs the limelight. He needs that limelight. He's like a James. He's a James Kennedy. He needs that limelight. He needs that attention. He wants that attention. He likes that attention. Just like Sandoval, just like James, they need the attention. He's going to come back and he's going to go for the attention. He's going to try to figure out a way to talk with Lisa and the producers like, let me come on board. Please let me come on board. Come back. Let me come back. Let me go back. And also the fact is like, it's also to promote his podcast with his wife at that point as well too. So that podcast could go up because like, look what happened with Sheena and Lala. Their podcasts up to wazoo, getting enough traction that they're getting some serious money as a result of it as well too. Schwartz, I hate to say it, I'm sorry for him, but you know what? He is a guy that, yeah, honestly, I think he likes to be controlled because, like, look, there's Sandoval. He was controlled by Sandoval, and he was controlled by Katie. It's just one of those things. Like, Katie basically gave him an ultimatum. It's like, either marry me or get out. So he pretty much married her. And, like, seeing what we saw now, it was the wrong move at that point as well, too. I'll say this. Oops. My thing just fell out. Hold on. I will say this, though. Unless Katie does something dramatically outlandish to bring up the ratings, I don't see a whole lot coming out with her, basically. I don't see a whole lot of fan glory coming towards her. And I could see both Lala, Sheena, and Katie eventually getting really, really jealous of Ariana because of the fact that all the attention that she's getting now, Lala is milking it basically from her ex-husband as well as through this. She's pointing out like, I was a smarter, I was the one that figured it out, etc. Basically, she's going to garner this and try to get some. She's milking the fame aspect of things. Katie, same thing as well. They're doing the circuit. Same thing with Sheena. They're all doing the circuits. They're basically coattailing on Ariana's mishaps, or I don't want to say mishaps, but more of her. Unfortunately, issues and such. So is Lisa Vanderpump, of course. But though I haven't seen Lisa Vanderpump actually going out and doing any interviews and such. But, the fact is Ariana was invited to the White House Correspondents' Dinner with Lisa Vanderpump. we're all a little. So I was surprised, to be quite honest. Like, what? When did BravoCon go into Bravoverse? Get into the White House Correspondence Center? So that was a big thing at that point too. And I think look for it to be the point of Ariana getting more and more. I mean, the Uber Eats, as well as the SoFi commercials. Now she's getting more and more commercials. I think these guys are going to be a little jealous. They're going to try and milk it even more and try to get in on that and ride her coattails a little bit of her misfortune. And as to the point where eventually they won't be able to, and they'll start not rallying around her, but more of putting in seeds of dissentment onto her. Basically, it's like, hey, look, you did cause some of these issues to Sandoval at that one. Put it this way: either season 11 or season 12, one of the three is going to break and basically plant the seeds. It's like, you know what? I can see why Sandoval cheated on you. Someone's going to say that. One of those three is going to say that for sure. One of those three is definitely going to say that. My best bet, it's probably either going to be Lala or it's going to be Lala or Katie. One of those two. Lala is most likely the likeliest choice, honestly, because this is a girl that's pretty much ratchet. Katie, actually, if she's the one that says it and causes that kind of discourse, and that would actually create more drama. And of course, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Lisa pushes Katie. It was like, hey, create a little discourse on that aspect. The fact that they're two business partners as well too, it would add much more great drama into the VPR universe at that point as well too. Same thing with the fact is like, I don't think Sheena's going to go after Ariana in any ways or say anything negative, but Ariana might say something negative about Sheena, maybe, but she definitely will say add some more of a negativity aspect. I don't want to say negativity aspect, but more of that thing going to her head, basically being a little, I don't want to say conceited, but a little bit more full of herself because of all this attention, that she will basically gloat over it a little bit, over Lala and Katie for sure, and Sheena a little bit as well too. And I could see Lala and Katie getting a little bit more, like, basically a little bit more jealous, more, quite honestly, more than anything else. And I mean, to the point where like Katie was probably being one who's like, what the hell? My guy cheated on me, and I don't get any of this attention that Ariana and Tom Sandoval has. What's going on? Why did I? And same thing with Lala. Lala, same thing, was like her then husband still being married as well as being a shady business partner and owner and such. That for her, she's probably one who's like, why didn't I get all this attention like Ariana is as well too? Like, think about it this way: Ariana's gotten more attention just for this breakup, being cheated on and breaking up. Katie, we knew she was cheated on by Schwartz. They broke up. No, it wasn't big news. Lala, her husband, issues as well too, but not as big news. Basically, her husband may be a little bit more big news than her, so that's why she's not getting as much of the press. But that's pretty much it. Whereas Ariana, she's getting a little bit more. So look for that attention that Ariana is getting as more and more attention is gravitating towards her. Look for Lala and Katie to be a little bit jealous. And from Katie's perspective, I could see the point. Hey, it brings business into the sandwich shop, great. But in reality, I think she's going to be a little bit more. Look for maybe some customers wanting more pictures with Ariana than Katie. I could see that happening. And we could probably see that happening in season 12 or 11. One of them basically is going to say something to the point was like, oh, I could see why Tom basically cheated on you, etc. Now, the other question I was going to say is like in this situation, with what's going to happen in season 11, Sandoval and Raquel may be around. Look for Jax to come back. I mean, I'm pretty sure Jax is coming back. Do I see Kristen coming back? Supposedly with Kristen and Stassi, what they did, supposedly what got them fired, it's going to be kind of hard to see that happening. I mean, I'd be really surprised if they were able to come back. The only reason why they're coming back is more of a case where to get more ratings within the show itself. But in reality, I don't see Kristen. Kristen's probably, I don't think she's anything at this point right now, to be honest with you. I could see her trying to gain some momentum to get some, like some of that publicity back towards her, or some of that fame, quote unquote, reality fame to her, just like similar to Jax. Stassi, I think she's trying to go through the whole social media route, trying to get the fame from the social media route. James, of course, trying to build up his DJ business and such, that his DJ rep, that he's going to use this show to like thinking of this as a platform to jump off of, but in reality, I doubt it's going to be that case. Out of all the people that I think that's going to be able to leapfrog from this to more stardom is most likely Ariana. I think Ariana gets it, and maybe a little bit, of course, of what's her name? Maybe Raquel, maybe a little bit. Sandoval, I doubt it. Actually, I could see Sandoval getting some, but in reality, I doubt it, to be honest with you, because I've never been to a show, so I have no idea. But in any case, let me know what your thoughts are. Let me tell me what you think. Do you see Jax coming back in season 11? Do you foresee any strife between Lala, Katie, and Ariana, Sheena, and Ariana? We're to the point of like, will any one of those three be jealous? And to the point of like in season 11 or 12, will there be a case where like someone's going to say something that's like, I could see why Tom cheated on her to that point as well too. Can we see that happening somewhere along the ways? I don't know. With that, I'll leave it at that. Again, leave your comments in the comment section. I read all my comments. I do respond to them. If you like my video, please like it. If you don't like it, dislike it. It garners me to know where I should focus on my channel a little bit and more of my videos towards. And of course, if you do like my videos, channel, and content, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you don't like it, well, and you still watch some of my videos, you're welcome to watch it as well too, and like it. Or dislike it, but welcome to subscribe as well too, if you want to, see some of my other content. All right, I'll leave it at that, and let's wait for Wednesday for the first part 1 of the reunion of Vanderpump Rules. With that, I'll leave it at that. Unfiltered, unedited, and unrehearsed. Until next time.